Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel with a new video about World of Tanks. Today a special video. I'm just going to comment what's going on in World of Tanks with the new update 2.3 called Speed Races. We've got some new content such as tanks, the return of old maps, but also we get a few surprises directly in the garage, and as you will see it's Halloween themed. So we've got ghosts, we've got pumpkins, we've got a red moon. Wait, let me change tank just because 37K is not the prettiest tank of them all. So here we have a nice tank in a nice garage. Apart from that, what did we get in this update? We can directly go into the stats. There's some improvement there. First off, if you check at your tanks, you will see that premium tanks will be displayed in yellow, and I believe it wasn't the case before. Apart from that, you can see the last statistic displayed on the bottom right part of the screen. It's called damage standing, and it's basically meant for mark of excellence. So in the last 14 days of gameplay, the game will calculate your average damage plus spotting damage that you did in this tank, and it will compare it to other players. The percentage is the number of players that you beat in this particular tank. So I am currently trying to get my second and third marks of excellence for the T57 Heavy, which was at 82%, but you can see the M4, I haven't played it recently, just maybe a couple of games, and my damage standing is pretty low at 20.8%. So if you're having good games, which imply good damage plus spotting damage, then this percentage will rise, and when you reach 65%, you will have your first mark of excellence. Then let's check those operations. Today, apparently we have nothing new. Well, at the moment, the only difference being those small icons for the rewards. Then let's check probably the most important addition in this update. The addition of some new tanks. In the American line, it will start from the Chaffee, which was nerfed because beforehand it was seeing tier 10 battles, but now it will reach only tier 8. And in this regard, it has been nerfed, especially when it comes to the gun. In short, the Chaffee will see only up to tier 8, it will have reduced penetration, reduced hit points pool, but it will have an increased engine power. I haven't played the Chaffee recently, so I don't know if it will be played very differently or not. According to the PC community, the new Chaffee is balanced in regards to its new matchmaking, but I cannot tell you myself. I will not play it again. I will go directly to the next tank, the T-37. I'm not going to show you any replays of the T-37 today, because I usually don't like to show replays when the tank is not fully upgraded, and it would not be representative of what you should expect from this tank. So I am only going to display you the base statistics of this tank. It's going to be another light tank at tier 6, and as soon as I get it fully upgraded, I will try it out and hope for a good game that I will show on my channel. This tank leads to the M41 Bulldog at tier 7, and then at tier 8 to the T49, which is very light tank with a huge gun, so it's kind of a trolling tank. You can imagine a mix between the KV2 and the Chaffee. Now it's time to put a crew in this tank, and I'm just going to put one of my crew with at least 6 stands, because it's impossible to drive a light tank if you don't have this perk. I will simply transfer my crew from my T20. I am not currently using this tank at the moment. So that's it, a new tank in my garage, and you can expect some gameplay in the following days or weeks, depending on my luck, because I'm not really good at light tanks. So I hope I will get a good game to show you how they are supposed to be played. Just to save some time, I will purchase the first module pack, just because it gets the last gun, and I would prefer to have a decent gun to start with. I'm just going to put my consumables correctly, and apart from that I am not going to put any equipment at the moment. If you're getting a new tank in your garage, I would recommend you to either choose an equipment loadout taken from internet from really talented people, or you can do like me, play like 5-10 battles just to see how the tank performs and then see what you need the most according to your own playstyle. I assume for a light tank you would mostly need ventilation, binoculars, optics, and or camouflage net, depending if you want to be active spotter or passive spotter. I don't know that yet with this tank, so I'm just leaving that empty and I will see for myself later. Now let's see quickly those two new Soviet tanks that has been added in this update. They are unlocked through the MT-25. The first one is the LTTB, which requires 60,000 points of experience, and then you'll get the T-54 lightweight. Both tanks have the reputation of being pretty efficient on the battlefield. However, since a lot of new players will try them out just out of curiosity, you will see a lot of pretty bad players driving them and rushing at the beginning of the battle and just dying pretty early. So don't trust what you are going to witness in the first couple of days in the game, and try them out for yourself patiently. And you can wait if you want 1 or 2 weeks, if you want the hype to go down, and grind them peacefully. This is what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to wait a little bit. I will start by the American light tanks because I'm interested by the T-49. I love the KV2, so I need to try the T-49. And for the Russian tanks, maybe later. Now let's continue with the new addition in the game. It's pretty minor, but I'm going to show you anyway. It's in the Proving Ground section. Now we have some operations. They will give you some extra experience and credits. However, remember that your earnings in Proving Grounds are extremely low, so even with the time to experience or silver, it won't give you much. Actually, before I think it didn't give you any experience, now it gives you some at least, but even with operations you won't earn much. It's only if you're a really new player and you want to try your new tank. So I am going to try my T-37 in an operation. This will be a good occasion for me to show you Proving Grounds if you haven't tested them by yourself. If you're absolutely not interested in this solo mode against artificial intelligence, then you can skip ahead. I will conclude this video at the minute 14 and 30 seconds. So, let's try this barely upgraded T-37 on mines against some artificial intelligences. In Proving Grounds, everything is scripted. It means that your opponent will have a tier depending on your actual tier. So if you're tier 6, you will face mostly tier 5 and 6. If you're tier 8, you would face tier 7 and 8. But I don't recommend you to go really high in the tiers, just because you will face a lot of opponents and you will not have enough ammunition to take them all down by yourself. If you're having any difficulty in this mode, remember that enemies will always spawn in the same locations, so you can learn them and try to flank them easily. Since the enemies won't be really smart, the AI is very basic, you won't learn anything useful in regards of strategies in battle, like where should you be on the battlefield. You won't learn anything like that. It's mostly to try out your new tank, just to see how it feels. Because in the statistics menu you will get a lot of numbers, but it doesn't tell you exactly how you should play it, and having a test drive will help you figuring it out. However, it's mostly like in team training, you won't earn much in this one and you will still pay for repairs and ammunition, so don't try really high tier tanks there, it will cost you an arm and a leg. Well, since there's not much to comment at the moment, I will do a quick update about my own channel. Meanwhile, you see this replay. At the moment, I'm mostly focused on tutorials. Well, first off, because I'm releasing new episodes, such as for the ammunition. It was the episode 2 or 3 yesterday, and I plan to upload a lot of other tutorials videos later. The next one will be about camouflage and spotting. If you want to know all the details of what I'm going to upload, there's a thread in the forums. I am also in the process of translating everything in French. I mean every tutorial video, just to have a larger community that could learn from those videos, because it's pretty long to make a tutorial video. It's much longer than just a commented replay, so I will translate them in French. It takes some time, but I hope it will be helpful for the community. If you are interested, I can make a video about my garage just to show you which tanks I currently own and which one I have researched. It's only if you're interested to have a specific tank commented in my channel. For example, I don't know, you want to see a commented replay of the T29. Well, with the garage update you will see what I have and you can make some requests. If I already own the tank, then I will just put a crew on it if I don't have it, and then I will try my best to show you a good replay. If I have to buy the tank back, well, I will do it if it's a popular request. And if I don't have the tank yet, well, I might do it, but for sure it will take a lot of time. At the moment I'm focusing on my T57 Heavy just because I want to have my third mark of excellence on it. Apart from that, I'm still continuing my Final Fantasy X walkthrough, but the game is mostly recorded. I just have to export the videos, comment them and upload them, so it's much quicker than just making another World of Tanks video. Oh, and as you can see, it's not just your teammate that will capture the base instead of killing the remaining opponents, even artificial intelligence will do it as well. But fear not, there's a new game mode that is out in this update. It's called Team Destruction, and there is no capture point. Basically, it's just about killing the opponent team. I have played a few dozen games today. I haven't encountered a single game of this type, so I haven't tried it out. But if I have a game like this, I will show you in my channel. This new game mode, Team Destruction, is added alongside the existing modes, so you don't have to queue up for a different type of gameplay. It's just you press A for battle and you might have a Team Destruction battle. Now, there were a couple of other operations that I didn't do in my first game of Proving Grounds, so I'm going to try a few other battles. I will not show them fully just because it's really long and not so interesting to watch. I'm just going to show you that in a lot of battles you will run out of ammunition, especially in high tier battles. So never pick a high tier tank for Proving Grounds. I really wish that Wargaming release a kind of editor for Proving Ground, like you can set up your own map, custom spawning locations for allies and opponents, and all the scenario. I have plenty of ideas for this, so if we had a kind of editor and we would share our creations with the rest of the community, it would be awesome. I have plenty of ideas for fun scenarios, or just as a pedagogic tool. You could learn a lot even with artificial intelligences. At the moment we don't have much options for this, and in this case I had to lose on purpose because I had no ammunition. And I did it a third time with my T18, which is pretty much the best tank for all of those Proving Grounds. It's pretty easy because you can kill everyone in 1 or 2 shots. And as a bonus, if you complete this first operation for simply winning a Proving Ground scenario, in the main multiplayer mode, you will have a new operation. I don't know if this new multiplayer operation will be available every day or not, it's just a bonus for silver. Honestly, by the time you complete the Proving Ground scenario to get this operation, you could have gotten silver by doing another regular multiplayer battle. So it's not really interesting, it's just a nice addition, so I'm just displaying this just to show you everything that we have in this new update. Speaking of what has been added and that I haven't shown yet, we have 3 new maps. The first one is Live Oaks, the second one is Airfield, and the last one is Siegfried Line. I have played a few dozen battles today, mostly in high tiers, and I haven't seen Live Oaks yet. I have seen the other 2 maps, especially Airfield, a couple of times, and they look fantastic. The next World of Tanks video will be Meanwhile in World of Tanks, and in which I will show you Airfield. It's beautiful, you will see it maybe tomorrow or in a few days. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching it and see you in the next one.